So here's another day with more tech news for you guys, and obviously some interesting tools in there as well. So we'll get started with one of the big news of today is that Trump announces $500 billion investment in the AI infrastructure space. $100 billion of that investment is actually going into this project, which is called Stargate by OpenAI. Now, this Stargate project is actually a collaboration where SoftBank is taking on the financial responsibility and immediately making $100 billion available. And also on top of that, you'll see that, this ARM, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Oracle, and OpenAI are the main key players in this, which means that OpenAI is going to be the one developing the models, whereas ARM, NVIDIA, these are going to be the chipset companies with Microsoft Azure. Still, Microsoft owns quite a bit of OpenAI's share, so the Azure is still going to be one of the primary ways for them to host the models and also provide the compute. But then I guess Oracle is stepping into the game to provide the same thing. So clearly there's an indication that these companies are all going for more compute, because at this point, that happens to be the only answer for better models. So with this, not just for the United States, but overall in the AI space, we should see a much closer timeline to AGI, which is also, it's mentioned in this as well, that all of this effort is towards making that available. So it's very exciting to see what's going to happen in the next few years. On that note, I also found this tweet from Amir Efrati, where he basically says that OpenAI is trying to build an AGI system that is essentially going to replicate a level 6 engineer or a pro engineer. With most countries, the cost of engineering is usually the highest in any kind of company that's trying to build great products. So this would definitely help out. So if this were to be true in the next few years, we're going to see a lot of amazing things happen. We also saw that Google invested about $1 billion into Anthropic. Now, this is not, again, nothing close to what $100 billion can do or $500 billion can do. But it also shows that Google is trying to create that partnership with Anthropic and trying to take on the OpenAI and Microsoft partnership. Now, Google already has quantum computers that is being developed right now. So that's definitely not a new or a small player at this. I'm very bullish on the level of increments we can achieve with quantum computing being available for training these models. On the same note, we also have this tweet from Logan where he talks about Gemini 2.0 flash thinking. This is basically their reasoning model with OpenAI's O1 and DeepSeek's R1, which I covered at extensive length in the last video. We see Google also stepping into the same game with their Gemini 2.0 series, where you will see this thinking reasoning model now being built into it. Now, this model has 1 million token context window, which is already one of the largest in the industry. So I'm really excited to try this out. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried already. So in yesterday's video, I covered a lot of things about DeepSeek R1, and this is one more tweet that I found that shows how amazing this new model from DeepSeek is, because you can see that with just one prompt, you have so much more that you're getting out of R1. So it's just to show that these open source models are taking it to another level. There's another interesting tweet I found about DeepSeek. Because it's baked with pure reinforcement learning, it also happens to be at this point the least censored LLM that you'll find, which just means that if you're asking it a question, and because it penalizes itself based on you not liking the answer and you not approving of the output, it is constantly trying to give you the right information. So that just happens to be why it is one of the least censored models out there. Now, moving away from these breaking news, here's a quick AI use case, and I really like sharing these things because it tells you realistically what can we expect and what are people actually using AI for nowadays. So this tweet from Barrett, this kind of shows there's this product that they created which can read floor plans and figure out dimension, locate doors, windows, everything all under 2 minutes. This would take quite a substantial amount of money and time in this industry. However, AI can now do this under 2 minutes. It's just a little video just to kind of show how this sort of all works. As you can see, this is happening in real time. The AI is trying to figure out all of these information, and it's happening very quickly. If you want to watch the whole video, I'll have it down in the description, so feel free to check it out. Now, here's another thing I found, which is Anthropic's prompt engineering interactive tutorial. If some of you guys are trying to, work with AI and prompt engineering being such an essential step in that process, I feel like the internal prompt engineering at Claude is something that, we all have come to love. if you want to learn from Anthropic how prompt engineering works, again, I'm not affiliated with this by any means. I just found this resource really interesting and I wanted to share this with you guys. So again, down in the description, feel free to go check it out. Covers quite a few things at length. And so I think it might be useful for some of you guys. Now moving on to some tools, we got Formbricks. Now again, I'm not affiliated with any of these tools. I just like sharing them either because I am currently using it and I really love it, or I find it super interesting and I think it can be very useful for you guys. And at the end of the day, I really like supporting small independent developers, so that works out as well. So with Formbricks, it's essentially an open source and free survey platform. So you can just build forms. You can go on their website. So yeah, you can check this out. Again, it's completely free if you use it from their GitHub and clone the repository. Otherwise, their pricing isn't that bad either. You get about 1,500 responses a month for free. Next, I have this one called DocuSeal, which is something you can think of as an alternative to DocuSign or Adobe Sign. It's basically open source, does exactly what it says and does it well. If you're trying to find something, whether for your own company or to just bake into your application that handles the sending PDF, signing PDFs, definitely give it a try and see if it helps. This is their website and their pricing, which is not bad at all. Obviously, if you just clone the repository and self-host it, you're not really paying anything. And the last one I have is called ZemoCap. Now, never used it. I don't know if this is a really good app or not, but I wanted to share it anyway because of this. So this is something that captures the motion from your real videos, and then you can blend characters onto that. For example, this is how it works. As you can see, I just found it really, really interesting. This is another one. Yeah, this just looks very cool. So yeah, if you want to check it out, again, the links are all going to be in the description. That's all for now, and I'll see you on the next one.